hello.
I got an extra. I think this is yours. There you go. Here they are, everybody. Let's start with me. Go down the way. You know who they are, but they'll introduce themselves. It's on.
Hello, everybody. Jason Burkhart playing Little John. Hi, I'm Lee Ehrenberg. I play Grumpy.
Hi, I'm Freya Tingley and I play Wendy.
I'm Juana Perea. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Major and I play the Wicked Witch.
Hello, I'm Sean Maguire and I play Robin Hood.
Thank you guys for being here. Did you have any idea how large a success this show was going to be when especially the few of you here that began with the show, how big it was going to be?
No. This is working, right? Okay.
It is. Can you
so everyone can hear me?
Give us a little bit in the side fills. That'd be great.
I had no idea, but everyone be mindful I was a bit of a cynic because this is my 7th show, and a lot of my shows only went 13 episodes. So this is such a unique show, and the concept is just unlike any other, that I thought, okay, this is probably going to last 13 episodes and get canceled. Like every other show that's so great. But it didn't. And now we're starting our 4th season, and it's unbelievable. And it's all because of you. So much.
Real quick, just a matter of business. If you are taking a photograph and using flash photography, if you could cool it. Because it's like a disco up here. So we'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. When you, and each one of you has a very iconic character. What were your thoughts upon assuming one of these classic characters? That was either in different media and different movies and characters.
That one of the most amazing things about really our writers, because great television is about great writers. You need 22 great quality scripts for a season. And one of the great things that our writers did is they took the qualities of the characters that everyone already loved about the fairy tale world and didn't change that. Saying to the audience, these are your fairy tale characters, but we're just going to change the in-between points, right? So when you read these scripts, you have the established kind of stuff about the character. But for example, my dude, the original Grumpy's a misogynist. He's like, I don't like women. Well, I like women. Right? So I was happy that my dude, the reason that he became, say, Grumpy, is because he had his heart broken, you know? And truly, right? And they give us that, and when you get that to play with as an actor, it gives you somewhere to go. So I don't play the iconic character. I play the character that's written in these pages. And then if this audience comes to me and says, wow, you're hitting all the notes, well then, thanks. Because if you set out to do something like match a legendary film, I mean, you got no hope in hell. So you better not even try.
On that note about the reason why he's grumpy, and everyone that has either that is a villain or is grumpy or is wicked, there is a reason, and the writers have given you hardcore reasons of why you are that way. I'm assuming that it did nothing but help you create that character, help you build that character.
Yeah, I think, you know, if I had just been wicked and horrible the whole time, then it's very one note and very flat. And I think one thing I really appreciated with, you know, the writers is that they actually showed my backstory and showed all the reasoning as to why I had it out for the evil queen and why I was being so horrible to everybody and trying to terrorize everyone's favorite characters. And I think if they hadn't done me the justice of actually telling everybody why I'd become so dreadful, it would have been one note and I just would have been horrible. So I'm really, really grateful to them that they gave me sort of a well-rounded character to play, to show that vulnerability and all of that, rather than just a one-note villain. This had lots of colours and vulnerability and emotion, and it was just much more fun for me to play. I was really grateful for that.
And Lana, yeah. The reasons behind why your character is evil kind of came in dribs and drabs along the way. I understand that you have a very psychological approach to your character. What conversations did you have with the writers as you're going along? Did they give you information that this is why, or did it just come as the scripts came?
Well, we did have a conversation in the beginning, but one of their biggest notes was, this is a human being. This isn't, it is an iconic character, the evil queen. But that can be very theatrical, over-dramatized. She's a real person. And that's where I started. And that really informed so much. And that's why I was able to bring this humanity, this vulnerability. She's so dynamic, complex. And I think it was a marriage between what I brought and the writers created, the producers, and we found this character together. So it was...
But it is one of the things that these guys love, and especially about your character, is that we fucking believe you. That's because I'm an evil Regal.
He is.
I think I was like one of the first ones.
He was, and he covered his face in his profile pic. He was like, he was supposed to be at Snow White.
I wrote it on my hand, you know.
He's like, grumpy.
Don't tell Snow.
You also had an additional challenge of being one of the couple characters that knew what was going on the whole time, especially in the first season.
Well, that's actually I didn't. I didn't know where they were going to go. So I would give them options. I would do 3 different takes and let them choose. And so that's what I did. Because I had no idea and they wouldn't tell me anything, and I like not knowing. Because it keeps it spontaneous and I'm in the moment and I'm experiencing it as, you know, with the audience. So I hate spoilers. So don't ask me any questions, because I won't, well, you can ask me questions, but don't ask me about what's going to happen, because honestly, I don't know.
You guys haven't received script 1 of season 4 yet.
No, we'll get
That's
that.
top secret, man.
Oh yeah, we've signed our lives away. Truly. We probably won't get that script until about a week prior. Yeah. I mean, you can have lunches with the producers and kind of pick their brains, but they don't tell you much. They really don't.
We start at the beginning, we'll go to the end, and we'll go back and talk about audition and how you got the job. But let's talk about Frozen. Just to skip ahead, did they tell you that was the tag, or was that top secret until it aired? What did you know, and what can you tell us about your knowledge?
That wasn't even in the script. It wasn't, and that's what they do every finale, as they keep it top secret even from the cast. So we have no idea.
Yeah, and it wasn't on the call sheet either.
No, it wasn't on the call sheet. It was like, I only knew that they were doing a hair test for some new character that was coming for the, for the 4th season. And I had no idea who it was. I didn't know anything until I watched the finale. I learned at the same time all of you. Wow.
I had a bet with myself that it was Olympus, that we were going to Olympus, and I saw the blue was like 80s. 80s. 80s!
I mean, that was actually one of the cool things, because we had that screening. We do a screening at the end of the year where they'll show the finale and we all get together and it's at the agency of the producers. And Steve Perlman, who's the executive producer, and he's kind of the one that follows your Twitter. He's the one looking for any like gaps if you like spoil something. He was stoked because he was watching. He's like I do. I like watch the East Coast feed on my Twitter. Like I can judge by what you say about the different characters, whether you like my line or whether you like what's going down. But he was stoked. He's like, there was not one spoiler about that. And that's tough in this day and age to actually like even surprise us or surprise the audience. It's tough to do.
But our crew is really good at keeping secrets too, because they're kind of in the know. Because we need the hair person to do the hair test. We need Eduardo Castro to create the costume. So some people know, but they really honor the secrecy, which I think is really cool. And
that was the same thing with like Bex's character, right? Like before you got there and the whole makeup test and the whole green thing, and that was like, it was super secret because there's people that'll watch on the set that are fans, right? Some of the people will come up and check it out, so you have to be careful because you don't want them to be spoiled either.
I had to do my hair and makeup test outside because I needed to be near where they were shooting. So they were all shooting a scene outside by a pond somewhere, so I had to go to them for it to be videoed, for it to be emailed to LA, for everyone to sign off on my green face. So I came out of the hair and makeup trailer with, you know, all the witch costume on, the green skin and the nails and everything, and they were like, okay, bend down. I'm like, for what? This is weird. Not, you know, this is a new job, interesting. And they draped a blanket over the top of my head, and I'm like, what's with the blanket? Bit weird. Then they like hustled me into a van, and I had to bend down in a van under a blanket. I'm like, where are we going? What's going on? I'm a little bit confused. But I just went with it. What are you going to do? They're paying me. So off we go in a van, and I'm under a blanket, and then we got to a lake, and I'm still under the blanket, and it's muddy, so I'm like slipping in the mud, and they had made this like black tent for me, and then I get in the tent, and then everybody was hiding. They're like, welcome to the test. I'm like, oh. I didn't know where they were taking me. I was very confused. But everything was so top secret. That was definitely the best secret I've ever had. I couldn't even tell my mum and dad. My mum was so annoyed. But I did it. Go on, tell me I'm your mum. I'm like, I'm not doing it, mate. So I didn't tell anyone. So when it finally came out, then because I love Twitter and I love tweeting, so when it finally came out, I'm like, oh, thank God I'm the Wicked Witch. So I could just, good secret.
What are some of your favorite moments from the show? Shooting some of your favorite scenes.
I really liked, Lana and I had a scene right near the end.
Right before the end.
Before the thing that everyone got a little upset about. Obviously, it's not Maid Marian's fault she came back to life. It really isn't. But we have a lot to shoot. It's like shooting a mini movie every week, and so we don't have an awful lot of time to indulge ourselves in terms of, oh, let me try it this way. We have to just shoot and move and shoot and move. But Lana and I had a really sweet scene. I think in the penultimate episode where we had a little picnic by the fire. We had a great director, whose name escapes me. Ron. Yeah, and we just, for some reason, we had a lot of time that day, and we really had an opportunity to kind of play it out and try it different ways. And Lana, not that it's a surprise to most of you, is an incredible actress, and she, every time we did the take, she did it a different way with the same lines. And I as a fan, was sitting there going, wow, this is really impressive. I was like, oh, shit, I should probably do some acting as well. I was just sitting there going, gosh, she's really good. My line. So that was Sean. That was
a good kisser too, huh?
Yeah, the kissing was nice too. Yeah.
A bonus.
Yeah. So yeah, that was one of my favourites.
Rebecca?
Oh, one of my favourite scenes was at the beginning of 319, and I loved with all my heart being on my broomstick. I loved it. They got a body double for me, you know, same height, same hair, they dressed her up the same, and they were going to put her on my broomstick. I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, we didn't know you would do it. I'm like, I want to do it. So I kicked her off. I I got on, and they put a harness on and everything, and I mean, the studio ceilings are so high, but there was this one scene at the beginning of 319, so I come from up in the air and came swooping down through the air, jumped off my broomstick mid-air, and everybody, all of these guys were in the scene, and then sort of landed and floated and carried on talking, and it was just one of these moments where I'm like, this is my life. I'm the Wicked Witch, I'm on a broomstick, I'm working with all of these talented people, and it's just in that moment I have never felt so blessed and so lucky, and I'll never forget that for the rest of my life.
It's just been fantastic. The most beautiful green woman on the planet. I love working with everyone here, but I'm going to take us back to season 1. Second episode. Working with Robert Carlyle has taught me so much. He is just fantastic. Wouldn't you agree? It was the scene where she wants to enact this curse, and it's the jail cell scene. And I love Bobby. He is just so fantastic, and I do learn so much from him, but one of my favorite moments was when he grabbed my face. And it was almost as if we were going to kiss. And I just remember feeling like I was hypnotized by him. And something happened to my body, and I took this deep breath in. It was almost like I was inhaling him. And he was holding my face like this. And it was very sensual. It was like a really sensual moment. And then I smacked his hand away. And there was all these beautiful colors, and there's so much to discover in these scenes when I'm working with him, and I'm working with a lot of people, but you know, we have, our scenes together are really special, I find. We love to play, and he's just so experienced, and so he's been a mentor for me. He's like my big brother on the show. So that's one of my favorite scenes, and gosh, I can go on for too long because there's so many beautiful moments, like the scene with Snow, when the evil queen rips her heart out and puts it then back in her chest and says, it's just not worth it. Like, I love those moments. These are the scenes that we're waiting for. In this season, sitting at the seance table, and Snow and Regina have that most beautiful, honest conversation, and they just have it out, and those are the moments that we want to see, that are not in the original stories, that have become it's our characters. This is the show we're writing, and I just love it. I love it, and I am beyond blessed. Beyond. I never imagined playing this part, and I'm fucking playing this part. All right.
Freya?